Commentary to a football match is like bread to a sandwich. If it didn't exist, all of a sudden it's just wet pieces of meat doing its thing. But instead it encases our experiences, making memories unforgettable. I'm only talking about commentary now. No one is this passionate about sandwiches. So here is my list of the top 5 football commentary calls of all time. Number 5, Peter Drury on Olivier Giroud's dramatic late winner. If Shakespeare wore shin pads, he would have been Peter Drury, a man that makes words more magical than alphabet spaghetti, and none more magical than Arsenal's late winner against defending champions Leicester City in 2017. A game that meant as much as your parents' marriage, but with the words, "This is the league we want to watch, and here is why," I genuinely could have shed a tear, while simultaneously reviewing my BT subscription. Tears were shed for 2 reasons that day, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. Number 4, Gary Neville spunks his pants.
It's Torres to give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final.
Orgasming due to football happens a lot more than men would like to admit. It's just most of us have the pleasure of it not happening live during a Champions League semi-final. As Torres ran in on goal, dead set on ending the tie and breaking Barcelona's heart, one half of the Neville brothers broke into what can only be described as the deflating sound of self-pleasure. A goal that would have certainly been memorable for Chelsea fans all of a sudden became iconic for every single football fan for all of the wrong reasons. Sources say Gary's wife is still trying to replicate that sound to this day. Good luck to you, Mrs. Neville. Try rounding Valdez first. Number 3, Peter Drury and his love for Greek mythology.
Roma have risen from their ruins. Nonetheless, the Greek god in Rome.
Have you ever read Percy Jackson? Because Peter Drury sure has. He stayed up all night skimming through every piece of Greek historical terminology the night before Roma was set to do the impossible against Barcelona. And the astonishing comeback in the Champions League quarter-final was enough to send the entire football world into frenzy. But if you take a closer listen to Drury's description of the events that were happening before our eyes, all of a sudden this moment becomes engraved into Roma's history, engraved into Greek history, and football no longer becomes a sport, but a philosophy that will never be broken. And it's a good job Barcelona learned from this experience, isn't it? You know, come back next year even stronger. Number 2, great hit, son. Really, really good hit.
Oh, you beauty! What a head, son! What a head!
If there was a school for scoring volleys outside the box, Steven Gerrard would own that school, and quite frankly, kick Ofsted into next week if they gave the school any other rating than fucking class. But what made this goal even more special was the deafening sound of Andy Gray delivering what will become some of the most recognisable pieces of commentary ever to be spoken. The words, "What a hit, son, what a hit," would be replicated from every dad across the globe, forcing their child to live their father's dreams. "I can't kick it that far," your son says. "I'll kick you that far if you stop moaning," you reply as you chuck a Sondico football in his face. And number 1 on this list, Martin Tyler on the Aguero moment. It was always going to be this, wasn't it? Come on, hit me. What else is it going to be? Come on, let me live.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
"I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again" is a phrase that I wish I could say to my girlfriend, but it's just not true. Instead, it was uttered from the ironed out testicle that is Martin Tyler. This moment was always going to be memorable. The noisy neighbours that were Manchester City snatching the title from their rivals in the dying minutes of the season. Fucking hell, I could have done it. But stitched together with a scripture of Martin Tyler delivering some of his best pieces of commentary in his entire career in a moment that made football idyllic, made football cinematic, made football... Can't wait for the 2021 version where VAR crushes our dreams like a parent telling their child Santa's a Nazi or the Easter Bunny's a diabetic. And that was my top 5 list. To be honest, I could have done an entire list dedicated to every single commentator I've mentioned in this video. I love Peter Drury. Let me know down in the comments if you thought a moment deserved to be on my list, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to go read some Percy Jackson.